It's just age, someone has been telling you. That just because you're getting older, your legs feel sore, weak, or unsteady, that this is typical. That after 60, that's just the way life is. However, what if I told you that was only half the truth? What if something missing is the true cause of your legs feeling weaker rather than aging? Something quiet, something minor but necessary. And before you go to bed tonight, you can begin repairing it, because your legs are waiting for the proper fuel to heal themselves deep within your body. And you're left to fight an invisible battle every night if you don't take 3 essential vitamins. Yes, just 3. A struggle with slow recovery, sore calves, poor balance, and muscles that simply don't fire as they once did. This is crazy. These supplements don't cost much. They don't belong to a recent trend. They have strong scientific support. However, doctors hardly ever discuss them, and they are hardly ever promoted on television. Why? Due to their lack of profitability. They aren't ostentatious. They simply function. According to studies, just one of these vitamins can help seniors fall less frequently by more than 30%, rebuild their muscle mass in a matter of weeks, and even enhance their sleep quality. However, the majority of people over 60 are unaware that they are dangerously low in it. We're going to end this silence today. Before you go to bed, we'll go over the 3 vitamins your legs require, why they are important, how they operate, and precisely how to get them to wake up safer, stronger, and more stable. But first, let us know where you're watching from in the comments. What is your age? And do you take any vitamins for your joints or legs right now? We read each and every comment and offer constructive, developmentally appropriate advice. If you're prepared to finally receive answers, then grab a cup of tea, settle in, and click the like button. Because after watching this video, you'll understand what your legs have been requesting all along. Are you ready? Let's begin with the first vitamin, which has the potential to transform everything. It's known as vitamin B12. It's likely that you've heard of it previously. Perhaps someone mentioned it once in passing, or perhaps it's printed on the side of your multivitamin bottle. However, very few seniors are aware of this. Vitamin 12 is the vital link that connects your brain and your legs. Without it, the wiring in your body begins to malfunction and flicker. Your legs are the first to feel it. 12 is similar to an electrical cable, you see. It facilitates the transmission of signals from your brain to your muscles via your nerves. Your body sends a signal down this cable each time you shift your balance, move your foot, or attempt to stand up. However, that signal is diminished when B12 levels fall, which affects almost half of adults over 60. It falters, it doesn't work, and the symptoms appear gradually. In the mornings, your feet may initially feel a little numb. Then, at night, your calves start to tingle. Attempting to fall asleep makes you twitchy. Your movements seem erratic. Your knees suddenly give way, or you hesitate to get out of a chair. Is this arthritis, you ask? Damage to the nerves? However, a B12 deficiency is often the silent killer in these situations. The problem is that as you age, your body's capacity to absorb 12 from food decreases. Your stomach's ability to produce hydrochloric acid, which is necessary to release B12 from proteins like eggs, meat, or fish, decreases after the age of 60. Therefore, your gut may not be releasing the very vitamin your legs are pleading for, even if you're eating a healthy diet. Up to 43% of adults over 60 have low or borderline B12 levels, according to the National Institutes of Health, and the majority are unaware of it. The outcome? Your nerve's myelin sheath, which protects them, begins to deteriorate. Your brain is unable to effectively talk to your legs when that occurs. Attempting to operate a motor with frayed wires is analogous. You feel unsteady. The rug catches your toe. You take a shorter, more circumspect stride, and you start to doubt your own abilities. Indeed, a neurology study that followed over 25 seniors discovered that those with low B12 were 60% more likely to fall and 3 times more likely to have walking difficulties. The good news is that your body wants to recover. All you need are the appropriate instruments and the appropriate moment. You see, the majority of your body's muscle and nerve repairs take place at night. Your nervous system resets while you sleep. Nerve fiber damage starts to heal. Your muscles rest and get ready for the next day. However, B12 is necessary for this healing process to function correctly. This explains the potency of taking B12 before bed. When your body is performing the most crucial upkeep, it provides what it needs. You may also be surprised to learn that B12 does not keep you awake. In contrast to stimulants like caffeine, it actually promotes steady, calm brain function. Some elderly people even claim that taking it at night results in deeper sleep. However, not all B12 is made equal. Methylcobalamin is the best form, particularly if you're older than 60. There is no need for additional processing because it is already in an active form that your body can use. Selecting a sublingual version is even better. This implies that it dissolves beneath your tongue, entering your bloodstream directly, and avoiding any digestion at all. You're probably not getting enough if you're just taking a multivitamin or a regular pill, and you can feel the difference in your legs. How quickly can you anticipate results then? After 10 to 14 days of regular use, B12 levels in many seniors start to rise again. People then report more stable knees, firmer steps, and even fewer night cramps. After just 6 weeks of daily B12 therapy, a senior who was unable to walk alone for longer than 10 minutes regained full mobility, according to one case study. It isn't a miracle. Once you give it the missing component, that's just biology doing what it's meant to do. Therefore, don't disregard it if your legs feel unsteady, heavy, or slow. That could be your body subtly requesting assistance, a necessity rather than merely a symptom. Additionally, it gets more difficult to restore what has been lost the longer you wait. Begin this evening. Under the tongue, one tiny tablet, an indication to your body that it's time to rebuild, repair, and reconnect. Let's go on to the second vitamin now. While you sleep, this one not only replenishes your strength but also helps it grow again. It's not just about bones either. It's vitamin D3. It is commonly referred to as the sunshine vitamin, and it is true that it aids in bone health. However, almost no one informs seniors of this. Vitamin D3 becomes one of your body's most effective resources for preserving and increasing muscle strength after the age of 60, particularly in your legs, particularly when you're sleeping. The twist is here. Our skin's ability to convert sunlight into usable D3 decreases significantly with age. Your body may still be operating on empty even if you spend every day outside enjoying the sun. Actually, vitamin D3 deficiency affects more than 70% of seniors. And a lot of people are unaware until they begin to struggle with issues like climbing stairs more slowly. After a quick stroll, I'm feeling sore. Having to cling to furniture in order to maintain equilibrium. Little things like these add up. They make your world smaller. Additionally, they are frequently attributed to aging, even though a D3 deficiency may be subtly weakening you. Let's be more precise. Vitamin D3 aids in more than just the absorption of calcium. It directly contributes to muscle protein synthesis, which is the process by which your body builds, preserves, and repairs muscle fibers. And that process begins to drastically slow down after the age of 60. Even though you're still moving around every day, this is one of the reasons your legs feel weaker. You're exhausted when you go to bed and when you wake up. Why? Because your muscles cannot effectively rebuild themselves overnight if your D3 levels are low. The magic occurs there. Your body releases growth hormone, which is nature's repair signal, when you sleep deeply. Your muscles are most prepared to repair, strengthen, and recover a bit better than they were the day before. But without D3, they are unable to accomplish that. This is where timing is crucial once more. Just before bed is the ideal time to take vitamin D3. Your body goes into recovery mode at that point. Your muscles can actually use the D3 during those crucial hours if it's already in your bloodstream. In just 3 months, seniors who took D3 supplements at night experienced a 19% increase in leg strength and a 34% decrease in falls, according to a 2020 study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism. That is actual, quantifiable progress. Not a trick, not a hunch. Just the right food at the right time. There's more. Have you ever experienced a nighttime, dull, burning pain in your calves? Or a severe ache in your legs that prevents you from falling asleep? Chronic microinflammation within the muscle tissue may be the cause of this. Vitamin D3 aids in controlling that inflammation. Your muscles remain tense, sore, and irritated without it. They start to unwind and recover with it. According to a 2022 Frontiers in Aging study, seniors with low D3 experience twice as much leg pain at night and significantly slower muscle recovery. However, participants reported less discomfort, improved balance, and stronger legs after using D3 every night for 6 weeks. Furthermore, not all D3 is made equal. Select vitamin D3 instead of D2 at all times. Your body naturally produces and utilizes D3 the most. Importantly, D3 is fat-soluble. This indicates that taking it with a small amount of healthy fat improves absorption. A small piece of cheese, a handful of nuts, or a spoonful of almond butter will suffice. A large meal is not necessary. Additionally, it won't interfere with your sleep because it doesn't function as a stimulant. In fact, by lowering leg cramps and calming nerve activity at night, it helps some seniors sleep better. How much should you take then? The optimal dosage is dependent on your blood levels, but most seniors experience noticeable benefits with 0 to 4 IU per night. Ask your doctor for a basic vitamin D test if you're unsure. The results of this quick blood draw can help you determine how much to take. However, if you are already taking D3 and are not experiencing any benefits, it may be due to the absence of another vitamin. A vitamin that ensures the calcium and strength you're gaining go to your bones and muscles rather than your joints or arteries. Of all the vitamins, this third one is most often forgotten. However, it might hold the secret to restoring everything you've been working so hard to restore. Furthermore, the majority of seniors are completely unaware of it. Are you prepared to meet it? Let's continue. It's known as vitamin K2. You're not the only one who has never heard of it. The majority of seniors haven't. However, vitamin K2 might be the most potent and overlooked component in the process of restoring leg strength, real, long-lasting, stable strength. Let's begin with a basic fact. Calcium is necessary for your body to support muscle contractions and strengthen bones. We've all been told that. However, no one explains why calcium alone can be a little careless. It doesn't always go where it should when there is no direction. It has the ability to spread into your soft tissues, joints, and arteries, stiffening everything it comes into contact with. Vitamin K2 can help with that. For calcium, it serves as a kind of traffic cop. It instructs it on where to go and where not to go. In particular, it prevents calcium from entering your arteries and joints and transports it into your muscles and bones. Even if you take D3 and eat a healthy diet, you may still have stiff, aching legs if you don't get enough K2. Why? Due to the fact that your calcium is going in all the wrong directions. When standing, seniors with low K2 levels frequently experience a creaking or catching sensation in their knees. By lunchtime, their calves are tight. Even if they haven't done much exercise, their thighs hurt. This goes beyond simple wear and tear. It indicates that calcium is becoming trapped in an improper location. However, K2 does more than just reroute minerals. Additionally, it stimulates particular genes involved in muscle regeneration and repair. According to a 2021 study in Nutrients, older adults who took 2 daily experienced a 21% increase in quadriceps strength and a 31% improvement in balance in just 8 weeks. Take a moment to process that. That is a significant improvement. Considering that the only modification was taking a single vitamin before bed, that represents a significant increase in strength and stability. Why go to bed? Because, like D3, K2 is most effective when your body is repairing itself, that is, when your bones and muscles are growing back. Additionally, their advantages increase when combined with D3. Consider them a team. 2 directs the calcium's precise location, while D3 brings it in. Even high doses of D3 can be problematic if there is insufficient K2. Even after taking D3 alone, some elderly people continue to experience stiffness, tightness, or joint pain. It's because D3 is unbalanced, not because it's bad. The final component needed to finish the repair process is K2. There's more. Additionally, K2 makes it easier for your muscles to use glucose. This is particularly crucial for elderly people with prediabetes, circulation disorders, or blood sugar problems. K2 supplementation improved blood sugar regulation and increased walking endurance in older adults, according to a clinical study published in Aging and Disease. Additionally, it assisted them in replenishing muscle glycogen, which is the energy stored in your muscles while you slept. This resulted in less sore mornings and increased vitality the following day. The problem is that K2 is incredibly uncommon in contemporary diets. It is mostly present in aged cheeses, some meats, and fermented foods like natto. You're probably not getting enough of these unless you eat them frequently, which isn't the case for most people. For this reason, a supplement is frequently required. Not just any form either. The most absorbable form of vitamin K2 is MK7, so look for it. It provides better support for your bones and muscles throughout the night because it remains in your system longer. To take it, mix it with your D3 dosage, preferably with a small snack that contains fat. A spoonful of peanut butter, a few almonds, or a small avocado can suffice. A full meal is not necessary. This facilitates the seamless absorption of both vitamins without interfering with your sleep. Additionally, keep in mind that K2 takes time to work. However, the changes can be significant if you give it time. You might notice that stairs feel easier after a few weeks. You no longer pop your knees as much. Without hesitation, you get to your feet. That excruciating pain that used to prevent you from going far on foot, it begins to disappear. K2 might be the quiet key your body has been waiting for if your muscles haven't been bouncing back, and your legs continue to feel weak or unsteady despite resting and stretching. Now that you are aware of all 3D3 to develop your muscles, K2 to direct your strength, and 12 to re-establish your nerve show, do you incorporate them into your nightly routine without becoming overwhelmed or confused? Together, let's navigate that. Because, with the correct strategy, maintaining stronger legs is as simple as brushing your teeth. Let's simplify this. It doesn't have to be difficult, costly, or time-consuming to take these 3 vitamins. Actually, incorporating them into your nightly routine can be soothing, simple, and even fun, especially after you notice the difference they make in your legs. Vitamin B12 should come first. Make sure the methylcobalamin form you select is sublingual, meaning it dissolves beneath your tongue. No need for digestion, no upset stomach, and no swallowing of pills. Simply melt it under your tongue. In this manner, it enters your bloodstream directly and begins acting on your nerves where it is most needed. 12 is best taken at least 2 hours after your last meal, or around 30 minutes before bed. This allows your body to fully absorb it without being distracted by food. To ensure you never forget, try keeping the bottle on your nightstand or next to your toothbrush. For most seniors, a safe and effective starting dose is 1.0 micrograms per night. Let's now discuss vitamin D3. Seek out a soft gel or capsule that has at least 2.0 IU of D3, not D2. Your body naturally produces D3 from sunlight, and it works much better. Because D3 is fat-soluble, take it with a small amount of healthy fat, such as a spoonful of nut butter, a slice of cheese, or a few almonds. Just enough to facilitate your body's smooth absorption need for a large meal. D3 and B12 can be taken simultaneously. They don't obstruct one another. The third component of your trio is vitamin K2, more especially the MK7 form. This one pairs well with D3 and remains in your body for a longer period of time. You just need to take 100 to 200 micrograms every night with your D3 and a small snack that contains fat. They collaborate to deliver calcium where it's needed and enable strength building overnight. Here's a tip. Create a small nightstand tray with your B12 tablet, D3 and Clo capsules, a glass of water, and a small snack ready and waiting before bed. This will help you avoid juggling bottles all over the house. In this manner, it becomes a relaxed, leisurely ritual, similar to putting on your slippers or brushing your teeth. Here, consistency is more crucial than perfection. Your legs remain strong throughout the night, nor will they rebuild overnight. However, you might experience less calves tightness over the course of the following days, weeks, and months. Plus écran, stronger, more dépendable actions, a revitalized sense of mastery and self-assurance over your own body. Additionally, just to be safe, take your vitamins at least an hour apart if you are currently taking other medications. Better absorption and less interaction are possible when things are spaced out, unless your doctor instructs you otherwise. So, start small tonight. Under the tongue is 1 sublingual B12, a K2 capsule and a D3 soft gel along with a small snack. Allow your body to start the process it has been waiting for, healing, rebuilding, and repairing slowly and quietly while you sleep. However, we're not finished yet. Even though these potent vitamins start to work right away, there are 3 more simple, gentle habits you can adopt to improve the situation even further. No medication, no goods. Just minor adjustments that have a noticeable impact on how quickly your legs heal. Next, let's examine those. These 3 behaviors function as covert allies. They are completely free. They're not difficult. However, when combined with your nightly B12, D3, and K2, they provide the ideal conditions for your legs to heal more quickly, deeply, and painlessly. Hydration is the first, but it goes beyond simply drinking water when you're thirsty. It's too late. Without even realizing it, the majority of elderly people suffer from mild dehydration. Dehydration also causes everything to slow down. Your circulation deteriorates, your blood thickens, and nutrients, including those valuable vitamins, have a harder time getting to your muscles and nerves. B12 cannot reach your nervous system effectively if you don't drink enough water. D3 will not distribute as well. K2 is unable to direct calcium as it should. And that aching, heavy, drab sensation in your legs? It may not be aging. It could be dehydration. According to a study published in the Journal of Aging Research, even mild dehydration reduced leg endurance by 14% and prolonged the time it took for muscles to recover at night by hours. The remedy? Avoid waiting until you're thirsty. Drink water steadily throughout the day. It's a good idea to have a glass every 90 minutes while you're awake. If it helps, you can even add a slice of orange, cucumber, or lemon to your water to flavor it. To avoid waking up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, simply stop drinking an hour before bed. The second habit? Reduce the size of your final meal of the day. The reason is that your body spends the entire night digesting, not rebuilding, if your dinner is heavy, starchy, or sugary. It's a lost chance. Your digestion slows down in the evening, especially after the age of 60. Big plates of pasta, late-night bowls of rice, or that sweet treat may seem comforting, but they covertly exacerbate inflammation and prevent the benefits of D3 and K2. According to a study published in Clinical Nutrition, older adults who ate a high-carb dinner after 7 p.m. absorbed fewer nutrients while they were asleep and experienced twice as much muscle stiffness at night. Aim for a light, early dinner instead. A handful of steamed vegetables or leafy greens is the ideal accompaniment to a small portion of protein, such as grilled chicken or a boiled egg. Then, before taking your supplements, give your body at least 2 hours to digest. Your body can move from digestion to restoration during this silent period. As the days pass, you'll probably notice less leg pain, easier mornings, and better sleep. Gentle movement right before bed is the third habit, which is the easiest to ignore but may be the most effective. No, exercise is not what we are discussing. We are referring to small, silent motions that cause your blood to flow just enough to supply nutrients to the precise location where they are required. Try this before going to bed. Sit in a chair and slowly extend each leg 10 times. Make slow circles with your ankles. Alternately, stand and slowly raise yourself to your toes 10 times, then lower yourself again. These exercises, which only take 3 to 5 minutes, cause blood to flow to your lower limbs, giving B12, D3, and K2 a direct line to your muscles. According to a 2021 geriatric rehabilitation study, seniors who engaged in light leg movement for just 5 minutes before bedtime saw a 22% increase in blood flow at night and, within 10 days, reported less cramping, stiffness, and improved balance. Expensive equipment is not necessary. All you need is a chair, a wall, or the edge of your bed. telling your nervous system, these legs are alive, is the aim. We're using these muscles. Let's send them what they require. And something begins to shift when you add this to consistent hydration, a lighter dinner, and your 3 evening vitamins. Your legs no longer hurt when you wake up. You no longer require support from the wall. You climb the stairs fearlessly. You regain faith in your body's ability to move and carry you through life with assurance. Let's put everything together now. For the final time, if nothing else, keep in mind that your legs are still strong, balanced, and free. All you have to do is provide them with the appropriate resources. Let's conclude. Here is what we have discovered. 3 vitamins. You might not even be aware of these 3 silent deficiencies that are weakening your legs. The good news, though, they can all be refilled. And with straightforward, scientifically supported nutrition done at the appropriate time, rather than with intricate routines or costly treatments. Your brain and muscles can communicate again thanks to vitamin B12. It fixes the nerves that transmit all of your body's signals from your head to your feet. You lose balance, strength, and coordination without it. However, it makes you feel more stable, especially before bed, more assured, more masterful. Age-related deterioration of muscle tissue is repaired by vitamin D3. It does more than just preserve what's left of your body. It helps it get stronger. It reduces inflammation and gives you the strength you need to get out of a chair without fear. But only if you take it at night, when your body is ready to repair itself and your natural healing hormones are released. That strength is directed to the appropriate locations by vitamin K2. It ensures that calcium in your body is deposited in your muscles and bones rather than in your blood vessels or joints. At the genetic level, it initiates muscle repair. It bridges the last gap that is frequently absent, particularly for elderly people who feel that no amount of vitamins will help. These 3 nutrients function well together, like 3 master craftsmen repairing a house, wire by wire, brick by brick. After one night, you might not notice a difference. But wait. Give your body what it has been requesting in silence. And you'll notice it gradually. Less painful legs. Firmer feeling steps. Mornings that meet you with enthusiasm and without hesitation. Additionally, you can create the ideal conditions for true recovery by combining these vitamins with small, gentle changes such as consistent hydration, lighter evening meals, and just a few minutes of movement before bed. Not a temporary solution. No bandage, but real, quantifiable, permanent recovery. Now what? Begin this evening. Place the tiny B12 tablet beneath your tongue. Eat a small, healthful snack along with your D3 and K2. Gently move your legs. Take a sip of water. Then relax, understanding that your body is working while you're asleep. You don't require additional medication. You don't need to make any more assumptions. You must use the appropriate tools at the appropriate time. And it begins before bed, not in the morning. We would be delighted to hear from you now. Do you have any experience taking vitamins at night? Do you currently use D3, K2, or B12? Or are you only now becoming aware of them? We read and respond to all comments, so please leave one below. Tell us how old you are, what you do now, and how your legs have been feeling lately. By sharing your story, you never know who you might be able to assist. Please hit the like button, subscribe for more straightforward senior health advice, and share this video with a loved one if it helped you think about your health in a different way. Someone whose legs might also require this type of support could be a friend, sibling, or neighbor, because you have been sustained throughout your life by your legs. Let's make sure they remain resilient for all the wonderful times to come. Thank you for viewing. Tonight, take care of yourself and allow your body to heal itself as it was always intended to.